subscribe to the Donnie Houston podcast, man. Do you have any favorite radio moments out of all the time, or anything that sticks out where you like, man, I'll never forget. Like radio
When I
gave me
busted
this.
my ass on stage at the was it Afrobeat Fest or something like that. Nah, I thought that was funny. That's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened though. Somebody asked me that the other day, like, oh, I forgot, I fell on stage one time, and it was on video. And the funniest part about it is afterwards, I busted my ass so good, the crowd was like, ah. I think they thought it was part of the show, to be honest with you. I don't think they thought that I busted my ass. But afterwards, Kiki, we were in the back area of the Toyota Center, and Kiki like, hey man, you dropped your keys when you fell on stage. And you know, Kiki just handed to you like it was a regular day and kept on moving. And I'm like, that's hilarious. I don't know if I really got any memorable moments. Probably one of the best moments, Master P was always good with the stories he told. Wyclef Jean told this crazy story about a goat on the radio that was like 30 minutes straight, and we was all like, because the story was so amazing. I think Robert Glasper, when he was on the radio and he had some choice comments about a particular artist, and that whole thing went viral.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, love Robert because he's a very honest and funny guy, and he got a new record out. Love him. I don't know if I have like necessarily a favorite moment. I was happy to be able to do what I wanted to do in my career on the air. Like I think a lot of times people, you know, there will be those who are radio critics, or if they call themselves that, and kind of like, I don't know, I forgot the name that this one guy used about the morning show. I can't remember that freaking word, but I did it exactly the way that I wanted to do it. So I don't really, you know, somebody's opinion is what their opinion is. And, you know, it's the funny thing is somebody will look at your video and they'll have all these opinions about Mr. Donnie. What you said, how you asked the question, you cut off zero. They have all these comments here. I'm like, but you sat there and you watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just so then you could go back and tear the human being down. You don't like it, go do your own. And so, you know, that's my takeaway of the whole career. I never had the energy to care that much to hate on anyone. And I always used to think, like, man, he hating on me. I don't know you, dog. If you wanted to be in radio, I didn't know you. Still to this day, hey, man, you stopped me from being... I gave you a tape. Bruh, sorry. I really, really am. I don't remember you giving me a tape. You probably gave me a tape in passing, and 20, 30 things were happening. You know, everybody wants you to remember them, and I try my best, but I'm just not that good. You know, I meet this one person, and 20 people come right after him because everybody wants their time. Man, I literally... Guns came out in this one situation because a dude was talking to me, and he came and cut off somebody else that was talking to me, and I was like, hey, bruh, let them, I'm gonna talk to you, but let them finish first. And dudes popped out with guns, but at that particular time, I was rolling with a mob of my own. So I don't want this to make this story sound gangster.
He got gangster.
Because I'm not a gangster. I'm just a nice little DJ for North Carolina. But, you know, it's just crazy stuff like that would happen, man. And, you know, and I think I hate the, you know, even talking to you now, and I know we're supposed to be talking about favorite moments, you know, the moment even with my music, you remember that there was this whole say what you want to say hating song. And I hate to say it, but it seemed like the base of that whole career was it always had an underbelly of hatred under it. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's just something that I recognize even in having this conversation with you. There was always that thing. I don't know. I don't know if there was a great moment. Like I said, I think I had a cool career, had an opportunity to meet some cool people. But when it was happening, I won't say I didn't appreciate it. I appreciated my career and the people who gave me these opportunities and made me who I am, from the Yvonne Anderson who first got me started, to the Rick Party, to Larry Davis, the Jammer, Terry Thomas, Calicochi. I mean, I can name names all day of people who were instrumental in helping me throughout the career. Those things I kind of were important to me. But I didn't, as it was happening, I wasn't into it. You know, I didn't. They had to make me take pictures with celebrities. I didn't want to. I never wanted to do the interviews that I did with the celebrities. I just wasn't interested. I thought it was way more interesting for us to get on the radio, talk, crack a couple of jokes, sing and rap, and go to a commercial break. But we could do those things, and I think that's what made us a full service morning show. And that's what I wanted to be. I always wanted to be a full service morning show. So I will say, I don't know about a moment, but I am proud of the team that I put together in the end, with Jimbo and Cooper and of course J Mac, all the lady co-hosts that I had, from Natay, Shelly Wade, Jazz,
Wade,
young
OG.
Jazz. They were all incredible human beings. Not to forget JQ, who was also part of our show. He definitely had an incredible moment on our show that I do remember that was just awe-inspiring, and that's when he talked about, committing, he was getting ready to commit suicide. And it threw us off because if you know
That
JQ,
was so real.
he's the jokey, laughy type of guy, and saying something funny and bizarre, and so to be having a conversation, and we talking blah 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 blah, and all of a sudden he just drops this, and the room was silent, and nobody could speak because this guy is speaking from his heart, talking about why he almost committed suicide. And I know people say the room is silent, but the room was really silent because it came out of nowhere, and it was a huge, huge surprise. So it's things like that I think that helped a lot of people grow. I like to think that that's what the show was about. The pseudo professionals who always like to critique the show but never did what I did, F them. That's just the real way I feel, because they've never done. It's easy to say the coulda, wouldas, but you never had the opportunity to. And I actually did the work to be there. So say what you will.
Say what you want to say.
Yeah, say what you want to say. Yeah. So that's that, man.
Yeah.
Donnie Houston.